Pokerogue recently came out with a challenge mode, and it's definitely been a fun and interesting way to enjoy the game. This is my first challenge mode video, so I thought I would start with the very first test, the Generation 1 challenge. We start with the Wave 1 Carbos for our Squirtle and a Wave 3 Dynamax band. These items actually make the whole run possible, so it was important that we got them early on. Our Shiny Ekans that we brought with us is probably our least used Mon, but we brought a team of shinies to try to increase the luck as much as we could. But Ekans does run the show for the first 10 waves. Ivy ends up taking Ekans down, but the good news is our rival started with a fire type, and we got very lucky getting 2 experience shares, not just 1 after this battle. Waves 11 through 20 were pretty simple. I brought in Squirtle to begin the bouncy bubble spam. Because of this egg move, I just keep grabbing lures and keep Squirtle healthy with a draining spread attack that water types definitely should not have. Although then we ran into a bunch of grass types in the next 10 waves, and Squirtle and Tangela, as powerful as the combo was a little bit less viable. I just let my Vulpix run the show for a little bit. During the rival fight at 25, I used Moonblast and Morning Sun to take down Monferno, and was rewarded with the Firestone to evolve Vulpix after. At 30, Erica pulled up for a gym battle, and again, Ninetales made quick work of all the grass types for me, including a rare shiny Weeping Bell that the game gave her. Would have loved to catch that, but obviously being a gym leader battle, that was not possible. Plus I exploded it immediately. Hey, make sure you guys drop the sub, pay respects for the Weeping Bell I never got. And so for the next 10 waves, I kinda just continued to run these 2 Pokemon. Ninetales was taking care of all the grass types for me, and bug types, and Wartortle took care of everything else. The boss stage brought along our first tough decision though, in the form of a Nidoqueen, which I knew was an upgrade to our party, but we had to put away our Arbok in order to make room for it. Arbok's sacrifice was not in vain though, and his luck modifier even seemed to stay with us, because we got a Golden Punch right after that, which really put our strategy into motion. We put that on our Blastoise, which we would also evolve. Now we're a quarter of the way through Classic mode, and we can combine our Shell Smash Blastoise with Toxic Spikes from Nidoqueen. All we had to do is sweep a couple of trainer battles with Ivy and Grant, and we were on our way to having nearly endless money by funneling all the kills to Blastoise. Wave 61 through 70 was just more of the same bouncy bubble spam outside of a very lucky double Tapu Bulu boss battle. Yeah, you heard me right. 2 Tapu Bulus. Tried my best to catch one, as I don't have Bulu unlocked as a starter. My strategy was to use Tangela's Strength Sap to wear it down, but I was also confusing it with Ninetales, and it ended up killing itself, so I just moved on with the run. Seems like I'm having bad luck with grass types in this run. At Wave 73, our strategy evolved to another level though when we got our Max Mushroom for Blastoise. We also had to part way with our beloved Tangela at this point, but we caught a much more powerful and fully evolved party member, Alakazam. Tangrowth can't be used in a Gen 1 only run, so we had to let Tangela go. It was a pretty simple choice. I love the Pokemon, but I had to do what I had to do. Now we have our G-Max Blastoise. The only thing really left to do is bolster our team in preparation for the tough battles at the end of the run. So, Alakazam was kinda perfect, being a fast psychic type with a high special attack, and just overall one of the top tiers that I could have in a Gen 1 only run. We faced major fights at 90 and 95 versus Berg and Ivy, but not really, because Blastoise just swept everything, not only keeping us rich AF, but also keeping our whole team at level cap with the EXP items we've gathered so far. At the halfway point of our journey, we encountered Gengar, which brought us to our most difficult party decision thus far. Gengar is again an overall top tier, but as far as Gen 1 Pokemon, but when we already have Zam for a speedy special attack roll, do we really want to give up our Magneton just for the reason that we can't evolve it? Heck yeah, we will. With this party of Blastoise, Electrode, Nidoqueen, Ninetales, Gengar, and Alakazam, we are feeling pretty good about how this run is looking. It's a part of our strategy to do whatever possible to make Blastoise carry. Remember, Blastoise has the item Golden Punch, so the more damage that Blastoise does, the more money I make to buy and re-roll items. The only time I really strayed away from this process is during the rival battle at 145. The battle at 145 did take serious contributions from Ninetales and Alakazam as well to beat. But next we went to the Alola Islands to try to fill the rest of our starter list. And upon leaving, we ran into one of Gen 1's other top tiers, Lapras. There's only 25 stages left. Most of them would be tough Elite Four and boss battles. There was really a lot of small but very meaningful reasons why Lapras is going to make a huge difference for my final party. It was a tough decision because we had relied on them for so many things in this run, but we had to set our beautiful Ninetales aside. Salute. A true key figure in the run. But as I said, there are only 25 stages left, and if you've been keeping track, you will notice that 180 is a gym leader. Marlon brought a team of water types, which were all outclassed by G-Max Blastoise. And funny enough, on our run full of old school Pokemon, the Elite Four that we face is from the game's newest DLC, the Blueberry Academy. So that means first up was Crispin, who, well, uses Fire-type Pokemon. Both Crispin and Excadrill fan Amaris met the same watery fate. Lacey, who was the third Elite Four, and her fairy types fell like dominoes. Drayton's dragon all took the L's from ice beams without too much trouble. We came on to champion Kieran. Kieran made me actually use my team for the first time. He sacrificed his Hydrapple in order to bring in Ogerpon, who could live in Ice Beam and kill my Blastoise in return. Terrapagos was able to take down Alakazam, and Electrode got totally outclassed by Porygon 2. Gengar came in and cleaned up all of Kieran's weakened Pokemon, and we survived, but for once it took us more than just Blastoise at least. The Paradox Pokemon in the 190s didn't provide us much challenge again, but we could not start 195 with Blastoise on the field if we were to win.
Alakazam and Gengar were needed for their natural speed. Lapras and Nidoqueen were our bulk and used for soaking up hits and bringing in Electivire. Then, without an electric type, we were able to set up a Shell Smash, but that only managed to weaken Rayquaza. Electro's speed came in handy when Blastoise went down. Electrode's speed came in handy when Blastoise went down to outspeed everything and weaken the team, and this is when Lapras proved to be a good decision. It had a good matchup against the rest of the team. It was able to tank a Hurricane from Rayquaza and bring it down, and we needed to buy a Sacred Ash afterwards, but we were able to beat our rival. Then, at 199 of all the waves going into Eternatus, we got a Max Mushroom. We used it on our Gengar so that our Psychic type attack would be a little bit stronger, and then we went on to face Eternatus. I'm going to go ahead and show this whole battle just the way it was, as this was one heck of a run. Our team almost entirely changed, with the only original member being actually Electrode, which is a huge surprise in of itself. Lapras is able to, Lapras and Alakazam are able to make it transform into Emax Eternatus. And then a lot of luck is needed as we use Sleep and pour out all of our power points into trying to wear this Eternatus down with this team. As I said, the G-Max Gengar's Psychic Noise is going to come in handy here. It's got more power points saved up than the Ice Beam because I had to use some to weaken the Eternatus. Sheer Cold does work, but it only takes away a bar of health, unfortunately. However, it is something we can click between confusion turns. We get kind of lucky at the way that Eternatus targets our team, although eventually Gengar will go down. We still have our best team member Blastoise, plus we have Nidoqueen, which has the Earth Power and a type advantage. However, this thing has Recover, so now that we've broken down its health one time, we can get more of our damage off, but still going to take a lot of wearing down and a lot of luck. Nidoqueen's even carrying the helping hand to make things even easier on Blastoise. And as I said, with a little luck in the way that they target, we are able to beat this run. So, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you for some more Pokerogue and other content. Until then, peace.